Welcome to the GDevelop 5 game development stream, and today we are going to be working on our server, and this time we want to create a system using which the user can verify their account. That is, they will enter the OTP which we send to their email in a form, and then if that OTP which they enter is correct, their account will get verified. So we are going to be making that system today, and to do that we need to add a new PHP script that will handle the verification of the accounts. Just create a new file and save as, and just save it as uh, verify account.php. Right, now we have it. Now we are going to copy some things from here to here. Just copy from the beginning till this point, and we can remove the mail library, PHP mailer library, because we don't need to send mails when we are verifying the OTP. Now just close the PHP tag. There it is. And now what else should we need? We will need to verify if the type of request which we are receiving is a post request or not. Just copy this statement and paste it here somewhere like this, and then copy the else part also. This is the else part, and just paste it here like that. And also we need the variable response, so I will just copy this whole line and I will paste it here, response variable, right. And now what else do we need? Not many things, and we need to open the connection to the database. So just copy this part of the code and paste it inside this statement, if statement. There it is. Let me indent it properly. Yep, that looks okay. Right. So, and before we proceed writing our script any further, I want to make sure that if a person has made a new account and they have not verified their emails for let's say 5 minutes, then the records will be deleted, right? So that's what I want to do, and for doing that I will have to create a MySQL event from inside MySQL Workbench, or by using MySQL command line client. We are using the MySQL Workbench, so we are not going to look into the command line interface. So I will now open MySQL Workbench, and we will see how to create an event that deletes records that are older than 5 minutes and have not been verified, right? So that we don't fill up a lot of space with fake emails. I mean, yeah, fake emails and fake accounts, right? That is also very important. So let me do that. MySQL Workbench, I will open it now. So let it open first. There it is. I will open my database. So here it is. Let me type the use command also. And I have typed it, so it's working. And now I will just consult Google or any website how to do that. And I will just type delete record. I have typed it, I was searching for it. Delete record after 5 minutes of creation MySQL, and I type automatically, and automatically delete row after 10 minutes after creation. They have some maybe uh, and there is one more link from Stack Exchange. Let us read all these and see how to do that. So there they have written something. If your table currently only has two fields, you will need to add a timestamp. Then you can randomize the query. The event scheduler allows to execute regular events according to a schedule. I can create event with this command. I will have to basically run some event every, I guess, 5 minutes, right? And so let's do that. I will just type the command which they have given. I can create an event like this. Create event name on schedule every 5 minutes. Enable. Let me see if that command works. Create event remover schedule every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. Enable. Enable. Do do delete from users. I can just type whole thing here. Do delete from users where oh yeah, I have to show you one more thing. I will record. I have created a new column in our users table, and it's called record creation date, so that I can record the date and time when that particular record was created. Because when I will record the date and time when the record was created, then only I can count how much time has passed from the date or time of creation of that record, right? If I don't know when the record was created, if I don't have any column for that, then I will not be able to tell when the record was created and how much time has passed from the date or time of creation of the record. That's why I created this new field. I will show you how to create that field again, and I will show you the field itself. Create event remover schedule every 5 minutes. Enable do delete from users where record creation date greater than greater than uh, uh, okay, current timestamp minus no. Can I write 5 minutes? Is that correct? Why is this an error? Create event showing some error here. Let me search for the event creation in MySQL. Let's see if the syntax is a little bit different than what they have written. It is there. This guy is also asking about MySQL only, but I'll just see from some other website also. Create event if not exist. Event name. Should I type if not exist remover? No. I don't know why it's showing me an error. Maybe I will just run the command. Or I can type if not exist like this. I will just run the command and see what happens. Hmm. There is an error. So I guess uh, I will have to do something else here. Can I not name the event anything? Why is there enable? I think the enable command is not here. I will just remove that. On schedule at current timestamp. On. Yeah, now it's getting better. On schedule every 5 minutes, and then do statement, and that should work. Why is this an error? So this is a timestamp, but can I not typecast it to minute? No. Let me do this 5 minutes in Linux timestamp. Oh yeah, 5 into 60 into 100, which is how much is 5 into 60 into 100? First thing is it is 2000, right? So 5000 into 6, 5 into 6, 30. So it is 5 into 6, 30, and then 3 zeros, and then one more zero from the 60. 5 into 6, 30. I have 1 zero, and 3 zeros from 1000, and 1 zero from 60. So that becomes 30, 3 lakh. So that looks good. Record creation date is greater than 3 lakh, which is a timestamp. Hmm. The timestamp will always be greater than 3 lakh, right? It will be. So I think I will have to do this. If this is greater than current time is timestamp minus, no, plus, yeah. If my record creation rate is greater than current timestamp plus 33 lakh, which means 5 minutes, then it should delete that record. And this statement does not seem to have a problem. So I will tell you, I will just show you this record creation date table, how it looks like, I mean column. So uh, let me just run this command first. So I created this event and it got created also. Let me, if I run it again, will it create two events? No. So now let me show process list. Let's see what it will show me. Okay, whatever. Let me show you the tables, describe the table. No, let me just show you. Select star from user. So I have made a new column which is called record creation time, record creation date. I think in the event I wrote record creation date. Oh yeah, it's wrong. I have to write it again. Let me copy action, paste it. Remover event record creation time was the name of my column. Record creation time. Let me now run it again. Event remover already exists. How do I delete events? Delete scheduled events MySQL. Drop event remover. I think that will work. Drop event remover. So it removed the event. Now I will add it again. For the first time it was wrong. Create event remover on schedule every 5 minutes. Do delete from users where record creation time is greater than the current time plus 5 minutes minus 5 minutes. Oh yeah, not current time. I should do it this way. Record creation time is greater than record creation time plus 3 lakh. Then it will tell me if it is greater than 5 minutes or not. That should work, right? I mean the time, whatever it must have been, and then the time plus 5 minutes. This 3 lakh means 5 minutes in timestamp, right? Because timestamp basically measures the time in, I think, uh, milliseconds. That's why I had to multiply with 1000, right? It measures the time in milliseconds. So 5 minutes means I guess 3 lakh milliseconds. That's why we wrote 3 lakh here. So that's what it is going to do. So now record creation time is this much, and I have to add another condition, that is and valid is equal to 0, which means that they have not been validated, only those records. If I remove all records older than 5 minutes, then no user will be able to create their record on my website at all, right? So uh, records which are older than 5 minutes and they have not been verified, those will be deleted using this event, remover event, right? So that way our database will not fill up with fake records and fake emails. So let me see if it is proper and run this event and create it, and then I will wait for 5 minutes and see if my records get deleted or not, because the two records which I have inserted in my table are both unverified. Last time, when you in the last video, you may have seen that I had 4 or 5 records, but I deleted them all myself because I wanted to test this remover event thing. But it is also very important. You should know how to create scheduled events in your database. Let's run this. I think it was created just now. Yeah, yeah, it got created. Now what I will do is, right now the time is 7:46 p.m. Now I will wait for 5 minutes, right? And I will see. Right now I have, let me show you. Right now I have two records and both of them are not verified. You can see the valid is 0. And I have record creation time, and they were created yesterday. And so they both of them should be deleted after 5 minutes, right? Because our event remover is running. I mean, it has been scheduled. So let me wait for 5 minutes and see if my remover event removes my records or not. So I will pause the video, and after 5 minutes I will resume it and show you if my event has worked or not. So 5 minutes have passed, and now I'm going to run this command again and see if my records got deleted or not. They didn't get deleted. I wonder why not. And so I was thinking that maybe they may not get deleted because I went to my add-ons, you know, ClearDB basically, and it says that I cannot have scheduled procedures, stored procedures for free. You can see that here. So it says that stored procedures triggers UDFs. No, there is no support for that for the free version. So I don't think that my remover event is being called. You can see that my records are still there. So again, if I, nope, it's not working. So how do we do that? How do we automatically run some command in Heroku? So I was searching for cron jobs in Heroku. I came across these add-ons, cron to go and Heroku scheduler, and both are free. So now I think I will add one of them, and then I will schedule a command which will run every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and it will delete my MySQL records. But let me first see uh, cron job MySQL. How do I run a MySQL command using a cron job? Run a MySQL query as a cron job. So let me just see how we can use cron job to run MySQL queries. Oh yeah, one thing I can do. I can run maybe one of my PHP scripts, right? And in that script, I can write the MySQL command and then run it every 5 minutes and use cron to run it every 5 or 10 minutes. So I wonder if that will work. Should work. You can add a shell script also, but we are not going to look into that. I will just add a PHP script, new PHP script. Let's see if that method works or not. Let me first search for it. Cron job PHP script. Execute PHP script in cron job. Although we are not working on bare Linux OS, we are using Heroku, and Heroku puts a layer above the Linux OS which it is used, which it is hosting our app on. So we have to work from behind that layer, right? It puts its own interface, and you have to interact with that interface and do whatever you want to do. We cannot directly type Linux commands in Heroku, so that may be one disadvantage of Heroku, I guess. You cannot access the file system. That's what I am saying, and maybe because it's shared something. I can schedule a PHP script as a cron job. Let me first, uh, you know, um, schedule install this one cron to go. Oh no, this is only free trial for 7 days. I cannot install it. I will install Heroku. Heroku scheduler, which is run a task every 10 minutes, every hour, or every day. So I will run my task every 10 minutes. So if I run my task every 10 minutes, in the worst case, in the worst case, a record can remain in my database for 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes, right? Because suppose a record was, suppose the my scheduler ran the command at 0 seconds, and then 9.9 seconds passed or something. Suppose 9 seconds passed after that, and at ninth second another record was created, and then in the 10th second again my script ran, right? But it did not find that record. I mean, the record which was created in the ninth second is only 1 second old, so it did not delete it. And now 10 seconds have passed, right? So, so yeah, that record remained for 11 seconds. But suppose if my scheduler ran at 0 second and at 1 second a record was created, then that record which was created at 1 second will remain in my database for 19 seconds, right? So the worst case in which it will remain is 19 seconds, and the best case is 10, I mean 10 minutes, I mean 10 minutes, not 20 minutes, not 20 seconds. Yeah, minutes. So the worst case, in the worst case, a record can stay in my database for 19 minutes, and in the best case it will stay for 10 minutes, right? So that's something, I mean, we will just tell the user that put your OTP before 10 minutes, because that's the best case, right? I mean, after 10 minutes it will be deleted if you don't put your OTP. So I will just provision this add-on, install Heroku scheduler. Let's see if it lets me install. Let me see if my remover job actually worked or not. It didn't work. It didn't work. It added a new field. I wonder why. Okay. This is my Heroku schedule. Let me go there and see if I can schedule anything from right from the web interface. Scheduler is a free add-on for running your jobs on your app at scheduled time intervals. When you create a new job in this app, it will appear here. Create job every 10 minutes. That's the minimum I can choose. Run command. I can see a dollar symbol here. Let me again type something. Run PHP script as cron job. I wonder if I can. I have to go to my PHP script. Okay, let me type Heroku. Okay. Heroku scheduler execute a PHP file. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. But I didn't understand what they were saying. So it's kind of a complicated thing to do. Let me just first create a PHP script to, you know, delete the record. Create new and just save it as remover script.php. Remover script, and I will copy all this till this much and put it here, and then close the PHP tab. And I have to open the connection to the database, so let me just open it. So I opened it. I will fix the no, the indentation is okay. Maybe it's not. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now let me run the script. I will just copy the statement command from here and prepare my statement and execute it too. I will do all that after my database connection has been created, right? And let me just indent this properly. If my statement, I will not do if or anything. Yeah. So and not neither I will do this. I don't need to bind any parameter because it is only one statement with no variables. What I have to do is delete from users where record creation time is greater than record creation time plus 3 lakh 1 2 yeah. Now this statement will delete and valid is 0 and valid is equal to 0. Now this statement will delete those records which are 5 older than 5 minutes and and they have not been validated. Older than 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Remover script.php. Fine. Amazing. It looks good to me. It should work. Yeah. Now let me push my two files, verify account.php and remover script.php, to my GitHub, and from there it will be deployed to my Heroku. Now I'm at my folder. I will just open git bash and git status, git add dot, git commit, add Heroku cron job for record deletion, git push origin master. Hmm, there it is, and I have pushed it. It uh, should be deployed soon. Let me go to activity and see the status of deployment. I have still not. Oh yeah, it is receiving a some new changes. Has deployed, so that's good. And now I will just close my git bash. Now I will just verify if this uh, you know remover script is working or not by calling it using postman. Let me just type postman and open it. So now I don't have to do anything here. I will just open a new tab and just copy the URL from the previous tab and put it here, and the script which we want to call, which we want to run is very no. What was the name of the script? Remover script. Remover script dot php. Okay. Remover script dot php. We simply have to call this script, nothing else. No body, no header. Get. I will not anything. Get. Okay. You can even just copy this and run it on your browser. Let me do that. Paste it in your browser and just run it. Yeah, it ran. It gave me a warning, but it ran. So if my statement is correct, it should have deleted both these records from my database. Let's test them. Oh no, two rows still returned. What is happening? Record creation time. Delete from user where record creation time greater than. How it will never be greater than, right? It will be less than. No. My record creation time, 5 minutes should have passed from that time. Wait, it is I'm being very confused here. If I put it less than and put minus here, will it work? Record creation time, whatever it is, time is always increasing, and less than or equal to, yeah. And if I type current timestamp is a keyword which puts the current timestamp of the system in place of this keyword. Current timestamp minus 30 lakh, which means 5 minutes earlier. Hmm. Will this work? Record creation time. Will it be less than? It will be always less than current timestamp, right? Even 1 second later, it will be less than current timestamp. But current timestamp minus 5 minutes. It will have to wait 5 minutes to be less than current timestamp. I think this should work. So let me just now push this script here on my GitHub. So I pushed it on my GitHub. It should be ready there. But I think my logic was wrong there. So if I drop event remover event, was that the name? Unknown event remover drop event remover event has been dropped. Now I will create another remover event with the new logic, and I will just change this logic to is less than current timestamp minus 33 lakh less than. Will it work? My record creation time and should I not? No, no, no. My record creation time is something, and then current timestamp. It is always less than current timestamp. But if I subtract 5 minutes from current timestamp, then it will give me give my record creation time 5 minutes time before current timestamp will catch up to it. I think this should work. I think if my event itself, remover event itself works, then I will not have to create a script cron job for that. Let me now test it. Let me now create this event and test it. So yeah, I created this event. Now I will again wait for 5 minutes to see if my event gets triggered, gets run, right? So let me wait. Right now it is 8:13 p.m. and I will wait for 5 minutes to see if my event is running or not. So 5 minutes have passed and let me see if my remover event worked or not. Select star form users. Still it returned 2 rows. Our remover event did not work after all. And okay, let me now run my script. I I think I pushed these changes. So if you are not sure whether you pushed the new changes or not, you can just type git status. I have pushed the changes, so that's good. Let me now run this script again. For the name soul hunter downtown request slash remover script. The script ran, but let's see if it did its job or not. Yes, the script worked. So my script is working this time. Our logic is correct. Earlier it was wrong, now it's correct. So let me now schedule this script as a cron job in Heroku and see if it works. And if I am successfully able to do that, then this script will run every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, and it will remove old and unverified records. Right? Let me now do that. Okay, how do I do that? PHP. Okay, let me verify how to do that. PHP script Heroku cron job Heroku scheduler execute running Heroku scripts on Heroku. I will use this and my PHP. I wonder if this will work. I will type PHP and that oh no PHP and that symbol whatever it was and then I will type my script's name remover script.php php remover script.php. Let me schedule. But if I want to test this script, whether it is actually in this path or not, or whether it is running or not. I will just copy this statement. And now if you want to open Heroku Bash, using which you can run some commands only, then I guess you can go to access, no, activity, no, deploy, no. I think I had a bash something like that. Run console. Oh yeah, go to more and run console. Bash, bash command. This. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, my PHP script is running. So that means that whatever command I have written, whatever path that was correct, and it will run after 10 minutes, every 10 minutes hopefully. Free. And now to actually test whether this is working or not, I will have to add some records now. Let me open Postman and add some records in my database. That way I will also be able to check my mail server again, and also I will be able to check uh, whether my remover script is working or not. Okay, so go to the other tab where we have ran the script add user data. Go to body. Again, this is my other data. I will just send it so that it gets stored in my database. Yeah, okay, it looks like I cannot use the send mailgun.org sandbox to send emails. So I think mailgun also banned me somewhere. Maybe that other day I was able to send, but today I cannot send it. And we will see how to fix that. And yeah, but the record has been added to the database though. Yeah, you can see the record has been added. I have not received the mail, but we have added the record. So we will see how to fix that, and for free. We will not be spending even 1 rupees on this server at all. So that's okay. And what I was saying is that, let me now say, there they are saying call to undefined method PDO close. Let me see what's the method to close database connection in PDO. Close database connection PHP PDO. Oh, it is this. I wonder if it will work. Okay, this is the way, I guess. Like it. So they say that it is not necessary that you close the connection, but I will just null the variable so that it's not usable anymore. Null. $con is equal to null. Now I will push my changes again to my server. What was that? And git push origin master. Great. Oh no, it is asking for my password. So Mailgun says that whatever sandbox domain they provided me for sending emails, I can no longer send emails through that because it is only for sending test emails. But they have also allowed 400 emails per day. If I can't send 400 emails per day using your sandbox, what is the point of your sandbox domain? Just remove it. Just say people, okay, you can't use our sandbox domain. You have to add your own domain. It will make things easier for all of us. Uh, Let me now see if my deploy worked. I guess it did. So generally what happens is that when you are sending an email, you need to have a verified domain, domain or subdomain, right? Uh, to send an email. And SMTP servers many times provide you a sandbox domain using which you can send emails to test emails to some people, and that is only for testing. So you will need domains to mm, so to send emails, right? uh, yeah, so we will see how to take care of that problem. And look, I will be honest, so far I have been able to send emails using SendGrid's domain, with sandbox domain, which they give me for free, but now they say no. Now Mailgun is saying no, can't do that. That sucks, but we will find a way around it and we'll do it for free. uh, yeah, so I have to wait for 10 minutes, right? Let me see how I mean, when was this task scheduled, Roku? So this task ran once. Okay, let me see if it deleted my records or not. Let me go and see. No, it did not delete indeed. Why did it not? Should have deleted it. Let me wait for 10 minutes again and see if it deletes or not. So I am back, people, and I found out that my task scheduler is working properly and it is deleting the records in my database. But I have found one error. I found one error in my statement, and that was my statement was wrong. You have to write something like this. This line was wrong, which I wrote, and I wrote something like this: current time stamp plus 3 lakh, and that was not working. So I searched on Google a little bit, took me a lot of time, and I didn't want to record that searching because it's very boring. So I found the solution that you have to write it like this: now minus interval 5 minutes. And now this is working. This will get, you can increase the interval from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, it's up to you. So now this statement is working. So the problem was with my statement and not with my scheduler was working, but the statement was wrong, so it was not deleting the records. Now I have pushed the new statement and it is working very well. I've already pushed it, so I am just checking. Okay, whatever. These tabs are new. Let me remove them. I have pushed the changes and my script is working. The scheduler is also working. So to test it out, right now my scheduler will run on May 26, 2023, 33 p.m. UTC, and I don't know what the fuck is UTC, but it runs after 10 minutes. So I will now see. Okay, it will run next time at 3:43, whatever time that may be. I will create. I right now I have no record. I have no records. So now I will make some records. Just dummy record, just make anything. Go to Postman and just post 655, 688, whatever, anything, just keep making it, anything, add something. So I will make lots of records. So I made 4 records and I have just made anything. Right, there 5 records. We have now 5 records. They have individual OTPs and they have individual record creation time. And now I will just wait. I will wait till my scheduled event runs, because in my scheduled event I have put my remover script.php. I have pushed the changes to my, I have pushed this script, I have made this script in my regular folder, remover script. I have typed in the code, I have pushed it just like some any regular script, right? And I have just added this scheduled command with the name of my script, and this script does everything, does the removal of the records, and it is running every 10 minutes. I have made some records right now. So after 10 minutes, if my scheduled task will run, then it will remove all these records. So now I will just wait for 10 minutes. It may run after 9 minutes from now, then it will not remove the records, right? So it may take 20 minutes for this scheduler, maximum 20 minutes, to remove those records, right? So I will wait now and I will pause the recording of the video and then I will wait, and when it has removed it, I will show you that it ran and it removed the records, which will just prove that our cron job is working. And it's a very important concept actually, cron job, and you may also have to schedule lots of cron jobs, lots of scripts as cron jobs in your server, whichever you will make, right? So let me now pause the video and wait for 20 minutes. So I have waited for 20 minutes, more than 20 minutes, and my scheduled task has run for, I think it has run many times since then. So now I'm going to again query into my database. Right now, in from the last statement I got 5 records. Let me run this statement again and see if my scheduled task did its job or not. If it did its job, I should not be able to see any record here. Let me run this statement. And there you go, we have 0 records now. From the earlier statement we had 5 records, but since our automatic script, which runs every 10 minutes, ran and deleted the records which were not valid and were older than 5 minutes at the time of its running, they were deleted, right? And all of them were this type of records. So now we can finally conclude that our remover script is working. So now we will not have, in our database, now we will not have fake emails and fake accounts. Although I have a remover event in my database as well, which was not working, right? And that's why we went for the scheduling of cron job. on Heroku. And that kind of event also works in databases, but in our case, since we were using a ClearDB database, and ClearDB does not allow stored procedures for free databases and triggers for free databases. That is why I believe we were not able to run our remover command, although our command was wrong too. But even if it was correct, it would not have run because ClearDB does not allow stored procedures or triggers. But you can very well do it by using stored procedures inside MySQL also. And we have seen the statement how to create a stored procedure, how to create an event that runs every 10 minutes inside MySQL itself. And how to do that, let me show you. I showed you, let me just copy action and paste it here. This is the command create event remover on schedule every 5 minutes. Do delete from users where record creation time less than this was wrong, so I will just correct it. It is like this, it should be now minus interval 5 minutes. This is the correct statement. And yeah, now minus interval 5 minutes. You can very well do it like this also, but since we are using a ClearDB database and they don't allow stored procedures, I doubt that my remover event will work, and that's why we use the cron job, right? So you can do it both way. You can either create a cron job and use it to run a script which does your job, or you can create an event, a scheduled event in your MySQL database itself, right? Both are correct ways of running a scheduled event. But if you schedule an event in the cron using the cron software or using the any software which can schedule events, if you schedule events using that, I mean on the level of the operating system, then you can do many more tasks, right? Including working on your database. But if you schedule an event just in your database, it will only be able to do things inside your database. So that's the difference between a cron job or any scheduled job in your operating system and a scheduled event inside your MySQL database, right? So that's how you can choose what to use when. If you want to do some other task other than doing something in the database, you can choose cron job. Or if maybe in our case, our ClearDB add-on does not allow for stored procedures, or we had to use a cron job. So we learned both of these things, how to do them, right? So it's good for us. We learn more, and I learned more. I didn't know how to schedule a cron job before, right? So that was so I guess in the end this function is working now, and we still have to write this verify account script. And I have came across another problem, and that is I cannot use a sandbox email address to send emails, right? I have to use my own domain. I have many domain names, but I want to do it for free because maybe you don't have any domain name. So how will you make your game for free? You have to buy a domain, and if you have to buy a domain, then you have to spend some money. But our aim here is to do it, make this game entirely for free, including the server. So next time I will see how to do that, how to send emails or maybe even SMS messages free of cost, so that we can just send that OTP to the user, to the intended user, right? We will see all that in the next video. And if you are enjoying this stream, please join me in the next video as well. Thank you for watching.